Hey guys, Micah from blackbearcustomkydex. Got a couple of sheaths to show you on this Leatherman OHT. And if you guys have been following me, you know all about these already. If not, let me give you a brief history on it. So the OHT is one of a few different multi-tools that has out the front pliers. And another one is the Gerber MP600, the Gerber multiplier MP600. And about, I want to say 9 or 10 months ago, a customer had asked if I could make him a sheath for his MP600 that would auto-deploy the pliers upon drawing. So I took the project on, I made it work, I was pretty happy with it. And then several months later, another customer got in touch and said, hey, can you make me one of those? So I did that and figured out how to get it to collapse the pliers upon putting it back in. So that second sheath was really the spark that lit this fire that's going right now. So it kind of went viral, and not super viral, but it went bigger on Instagram than anything else I've done. And since then I've been getting non-stop orders for the OHT and the MP600 among other custom Kydex jobs. So I'm really flattered and honored that you guys are giving me so much business and attention and kindness and all that. So thank you for your support, and keep that ball rolling, guys. I really appreciate it. And just so you know, if you guys keep ordering, you and the community keep doing a bunch of these orders, I will be doing some giveaways. I'll probably do a giveaway with an OHT and custom sheath, as well as an MP600 and custom sheath. Maybe around like 5,000 subscribers, or I actually haven't hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube yet, so maybe something like that would be in order. So in any event, definitely spread the word on that. There's definitely going to be a giveaway with one of these involved at some point in the near future. So yeah. All right. Anyway, I'm rambling now, but I'm very excited to show you that I have created just a very slight alteration, but I think it makes a big difference in this design. So because it's asymmetrical, this is like my third or fourth take, so I can't remember if I said it on here, but the MP600 is a little bit easier because it's a symmetrical design. It doesn't have this little locking mechanism on the side. What this thing does is, if it's in line with the side of the sheath, or the side of the multi-tool, you can deploy the pliers. However, if you turn it at all, it doesn't have to be a full 90, but if you turn it so that it's no longer in line, it locks those up. I'm not really 100% sure why Leatherman designed it that way, but it is an option to lock your pliers. So because of that lock, it was a little bit of a challenge to figure out how to make it work. I did tinker with it until I got it, but there's a couple little tricks that you have to know about it. So for one, the sheaths that I designed with the lock on them are going to have the lock all the way cinched down. So if you buy one of these from me and you want the lock on it, I want you to screw it in until you can't turn it anymore, and then turn it back until it's in line with the side there. So that's going to be the lowest profile, right? The further out you unscrew it, the wider it is, so the harder it's going to be to draw it out of the sheath because it's wider. So I want you to set it on the lowest setting there. It'll go pretty smoothly, it can work pretty well. And sorry, I'm having a lot of trouble doing it backwards. Maybe I'll just try it upside down. So you can see it auto deploys the pliers, and upon putting it back in, it'll collapse them again. However, one thing you need to know is that because you can see that this is significantly further out than the button that has to be pushed to collapse the pliers, right? You collapse them by pushing these two. There's a button on each side that you push. This sticks out quite a bit further than that button. So what you have to do is put it in at a little bit of an angle. Okay, so as you're looking at it, you kind of have to cant it this way. That way it pushes the button on this side first, and then it'll push the other one. And it does work really consistently. I'm very happy with how that works. If you guys have watched many of my videos, you know that I am not good with my left hand, and I'm doing this left-handed right now. So if that tells you anything. I just had a snag. So you want to pull fast. It'll help if you pull fast. Put it in an angle. Just mash it down in there. It'll work. It'll collapse them. So this design, I'm really happy with this. I think it works really nicely, and certainly proud of it. However, I got to thinking that maybe I should take that little lock off and try it without it. It is a challenge to do it. It does require a slightly different process for me. However, you can do it. So I just unscrewed that little wing nut there. You can see that now the multiplier, or the Gerber, man, I'm struggling. The Leatherman, the OHT, the multi-tool, all of those things, is now more symmetrical because it doesn't have that on there. So I'm using the same sheath here. You saw me put it down, right? I'm using the same one. You can still get it to auto deploy. It'll still work, right? You can hear it's not quite as aggressive. It just barely does it. And it'll still collapse them upon putting it back in, but it's not as consistent. It just doesn't do it every time. What I find is that, well, because that's missing there, you're lacking some of the pressure inward that will affect the rail system, pull it out. So what you can do is you sort of put pressure on it toward the rivets, and that should catch the rail system, right? So you can still make that work. Putting it back in, you can't just go straight in. You have to go, again, starting on this side, at a little bit of an angle. Right? Let's do that again just to show you. So it goes in this way and out this way if you want it to really work every time. So if you do buy one of these and you want the lock on it, you can still take the lock off and use it that way. Now I'm going to just give my own 2 cents why I like it better without the lock. Number one, if I'm carrying it in a sheath anyway, I don't really need the lock. Number two, I mean 99% of the time when I use my multi-tool, this is the one I carry, I love this thing. When I use it, I almost am always looking for the pliers anyway. So, I mean, when I pull it out, it's nice to have the pliers ready to go. And in the event that I don't need them, it's really not that hard to just collapse them and use the other tools on here. I always have a fixed blade on me, so I almost never need that. I usually always have a folder on me, so I got blades on me. And in the event that I need a can opener or a screwdriver or something like that, you know, I can just collapse the pliers and use it. So that's just me. That's how I use it. So I don't need the lock on there. But there is another benefit, and that benefit is that without the lock, so these two are designed without the lock. You can see this one has a big divot taken out of the face of it, and that's so that you can get a better grip with your thumb, because it is harder to pull it out when the lock is attached. These ones, I didn't need that, so I didn't do the divot on them. So the benefit with doing it without the lock is that now it's symmetrical. So it doesn't matter which side you put it in on. With the lock, you absolutely have to have the lock on this side, the opposite side of the rivets, right? The big fold over side of Kydex. The comb over, we'll call it. So you got to have the lock on that side because it's asymmetrical. And I have tried doing it so that it's molded to both sides, and you can that does not work. It just doesn't work. So this way you can really have it either way. It's a much smoother draw, and going back in, you don't have to do anything with angles or anything like that. It's just as simple as you take it out, you put it back in, and it works every time. It's really great. So anyway, that's what I got for you guys. These three are going to let me see if I can remember everybody's names here. Black carbon fiber is for Mike. The matte black without the lock is for George, and the matte black with the lock is for Patrick. So, alright guys, that's what I got for you. Let me know what you think of that, the with the lock versus without it. Maybe I'm missing something as far as Leatherman's concept, you know, why they put that lock on there. But if you guys have any insight, I would love to hear that in the comment section below. So please comment down below. Let me know what you think. Which one would you use? Which one do you prefer? And sincerely, guys, I don't really care which one you order. I'm happy to do it either way. Just let me know before you order what you plan on doing so that I can set it up properly. All right, guys. Well, if you like this video, If you like these sheaths, then hit that like button. If you like my channel, hit subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to receive notifications when I upload new videos. Comment down below, share it with all your friends, and stick around for the next. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas. God bless.